Hey everybody, it's John from Humor and History. I've got an early video from Jay Foreman. I think it's an early video, and it's how do you become a lord? And I wanted to know this. I did not know that. For some reason, it didn't hit me that the House of Lords was an actual body that had power. I just didn't. I don't know why I thought they didn't, but I think they do because I saw a video on it, and I think I reacted to it. But I'm curious, how do you become a lord?
The House of Lords, or to give it its proper title, the Right Honourable, the Lord Spiritual and Temporal of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland in Parliament assembled.gov.uk, is a big room in that building there.
So this is a very old video. This is when his channel was something other than the Matt Men or Jay Foreman. So,
and it's full of lords.
Lords, also known as peers, have a really important job. They look at the ideas that the MPs come up with for new laws and check the fine details to make sure they're just right. If they're not happy, they send them back and say, do it again!
Being a peer is brilliant.
You get to wear fancy red robes, people have to call you Lord something, you get £300 expenses per day, you can fly,
Wow.
You're allowed to sleep during debates, and you get to keep the job for life.
So, how do you get to be one?
1. Be born a hereditary peer.
Okay.
If your dad is a hereditary peer, you get to take his place when he dies. This used to be only for men, but it was changed to include women in 1963, as long as they
wow.
don't have any brothers. 2. Be an Anglican bishop.
If you're a bishop in the Church of England, you automatically get a seat in the House of Lords, because if you know how to run a church, you know how to run the country.
3. Be
Okay, just don't let the kids in. That's all I'm saying on that one.
chosen by the Prime Minister. Prime Ministers can
okay.
stuff the House with as many lords as they like during their time in office. If you want to be picked, though not essential, it helps if you've donated money to their party.
Oh, okay, that's all.
Now, if to you any of this seems surprising or archaic or batshit, then there's good news. There have been some changes over the past few years to drag the House of Lords kicking and screaming into the 19th century.
So I was thinking about that. I was thinking how this is an archaic practice, but interesting nonetheless.
1. The number of hereditary peers is now limited to 92.
By the way, that doesn't mean there are 92 remaining that we're waiting for to die. When one family dies out, the other lords have a vote to replace them from a pool of about 800 aristocrats. So there will always be 92 of them.
So it's a popularity contest amongst the rich? Is that right?
2. Leaders of other religions get to be lords.
Oh,
The 26 Church of England bishops have now been joined by leaders of other faiths. One Methodist, one Scottish Presbyterian, one Church of Ireland, and 2 rabbis.
I was wondering if they were gonna have any rabbis in there. Good on you, though.
3. The Prime Minister has been asked nicely not to give so many peerages. 4. In 2001, they introduced a new way of getting lords into the House. The Appointments Commission. The Appointments Commission's job is to pick people from the real world outside the usual batch of ex-cabinet ministers.
These people's peers are chosen
Okay.
for their skills and experience, such as if they're experts in law, or science, or the arts, or beer.
Okay, aside from the beer, that sounds a little bit more, I don't know, appropriate for a country. You'd want to get your highest scholars in your country. That would sort of make sense, like a Pentaveret.
Thus assuring that the House of Lords is truly representative of the British people it serves, with the exception of the 92 hereditary peers, 26 godbrothers, and 620 life peers chosen by the Prime Minister, who ultimately have the final say on the laws that govern our country despite not being elected, which arguably is a positive thing because it means they're less caught up in party politics and can concentrate on getting the job done, but it also makes them completely unaccountable, and the paltry reforms in 1999 served only to legitimise how inherently undemocratic the entire institution is and delay any meaningful reform for the foreseeable future, whilst we continue to labour under the assumption that we live in a democracy and still have a monarch.
You know what? I can't be bothered to talk about this anymore. The end.
You know, I have to say that even though I may have this sort of view of, all right, you know, it's a popularity contest and for the rich and that kind of thing, it's still better than what we have in the States because we're not getting anything done. I see Great Britain getting things done. Let's keep it going here.
Son, I'm dying. Yes, Father, you are. I'm going to die, son. I know, Father. It's a thundering nuisance. Come closer. 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 There's something really important I want to say to you. What is it, Father? The Great Courses Plus is an online video.
Oh my God. Is that it? Is that the whole thing? Yep, that's pretty much it. All right. Well, that's my take on it. It's still better than what's getting done here in the United States. So, I don't know. I guess it works. What do you guys think about the House of Lords? Let me know. All right. I will talk to you guys on another one.